Hi folks, I'm Terry Tripler and this is My View. Well, today is Thursday, March 19th, and this is the beginning of March Madness, and my Golden Gophers are in it this year, so I have to wear the school colors. Last week on March 11th, flyersrights.org issued their Consumer Travel Report Card, and I have to admit, I'm not real bright, and so I didn't understand it. I don't get it. I read through it, and it's just Greek to me. But it's really a nice report. I mean, it's got like, well, look at here. It's got charts, and there's some. Oh yeah, see some pretty colors, and even their logo is kind of official looking. So you know, they put a lot of work into the thing. I'm sorry, I just don't get it. It's confusing to me. It's kind of interesting to see that the words horrific and horrifying are not the most used words, as usually is something put out by this organization. That's been replaced this time by the word real. They're going to tell us the real truth about this, or the real truth about this, or the real this, or the real that. So I guess they mean it's not fake. But anyway, again, I can't comment on the report because, again, I do not understand it. But I did find something interesting on page 8. They talk about padding of airline schedules. So here we go, one more time. You know, let's look at it this way. Suppose you owned a bus company traveling between Minneapolis, St. Paul, and Chicago. Now, the freeway driving time between the two cities is 6 hours and 30 minutes. But now it takes 15 minutes to get between the Minneapolis bus depot and the freeway, where it used to take 5, and it takes 25 minutes to get from the freeway to the Chicago bus depot, and it used to take 15. Now, it looks like you have two choices if you own the bus company. Number one, you could just leave your schedule as it is, and you're probably going to have every bus is probably going to arrive at least 20 minutes late. Or you can adjust the schedule to allow for the changes and add 20 minutes on. That makes up for that difference between getting to the freeway and back. I think by doing that, you're simply fair with your customers. You're being honest that you're going to reach a realistic or publish a realistic arrival time. Now, I gotta tell you, there are some on the fringe out there that somehow think this is wrong, and I just don't think it is. I think it's being realistic. Adjust your schedule so that the arrival time and departure time are depot to depot. Now, folks, suppose you owned an airline. Now you know where this is going, and it's the same thing. Flying time is flying time. Of course it is. But there's been changes. So now from gate to takeoff and landing to gate is somehow taking longer at some airports. So now a good airline will build that into the schedule. Schedules are to be gate to gate. It's really not that difficult. I don't think it's difficult, but again, I look at things through a different lens. And in my lens, that's just good business practice. That's just the way I see it. Does the fringe get it? Do they understand it? You know, folks, I don't know, and I really hope they do. I've gone through this once before. This is the second time we've talked about it. If they still don't get it, you know, I found one of my grandson's crayons, and I'll just try to draw a picture, but I'm warning you, I got an F in elementary art, so it's not going to be very good, but I'll do the best I can, again, if they just don't get it again. I'm Terry Tripler, and that's my view.